think my understanding of humanism is more than simply being humane to one another. I think
it's much more.
Yeah,
it's aspirational. I mean, to me, humanism is actually the higher thrust than secularism is. Just keep things out of keep religions out of day-to-day matters. But humanism is aspirational. It says what we could be, what we should be, and it means how to be that.
Yeah, it's a statement about, you know, it's up to us, basically, that there is no higher power. There's nothing,
Yes.
you know, there's nothing outside of us which defines what, you know, how we should act. You know, basically, it's a choice of humanity to decide how to behave. So things like morality, they're, you know, we as a society are free to decide what morality is, and you know, it's something that's fluid over time, that we find out better ways of treating each other over time.
That's what these organisations should really be there for. I think it's great to have that membership connection where you can get people connected, you can have them going to events together, and you can keep them all informed of what's going on. But I think these organisations, they have important jobs that need doing. Certainly for the NZARH, the way they've taken up the mantle of fighting for secularism is great. I think secularism is very important, and it's great to see them hammering away at that in so many different places, like with the Secular Education Network and the other groups that have come out of the NZARH. So there's some really good work that's going on there. And it's just, yeah, it's nice to be a part of that, and it's, as I said, it's nice to free up hopefully some of people's time so that they can get on with doing that external work rather than just focusing internally and preaching to the choir.
And I think it rejects the kind of tribalism that, you know, whether that's in the form of nationalism or religion or politics. It's sort of saying, well, you know, we want to come together with a common set of principles where everyone's equal and everyone has rights. And these are the things that you see that, you know, the US Constitution was based on. The US Constitution was basically it came out of the Enlightenment and is based on humanist principles.
Yes.
You know, equality and justice, regardless of who you are. So,
the association's job, to me, is to secure a clear separation of church and state. Because in the time since I joined the association, more and more religions have arrived in New Zealand. So, you know, there's religious conflict everywhere. The world has changed in the time since I've been a member of the association, and especially New Zealand. So when you have so many different religions, I know I'll be run for Parliament. I can't remember the name of that one just recently with... But the Christians come in and they form political parties and they want to get into Parliament. So far in New Zealand that hasn't happened, but that threat is always there. So I think that we need to protect our country from that sort of insidious religious invasion. Atheism has changed. In the early days, you know, in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, the rationalist movement was, in my opinion, quite apologetic towards religion. They would have debates and they would, you know, disagree in a nice, caring manner, where the evangelists and the Christians have always come out straight on attack. They've never pulled any punches, and I was never happy with that. And I was always pushing for the association to become more political, to have a stronger political voice that, in my opinion, wasn't very popular at all. I still feel that way, and over the last 20 years we've had what I call militant atheists arrive, Sam Harris, atheist Aaron Ra, who are coming up and taking it to religious organisations, and I think it's not before time, because our voice has been too quiet. And so I really think the association should be doing more and more of this sort of activity, being stronger and louder in their disagreement of any religious movement taking control of a country.
it's kind of like the golden rule. You know, you treat others like you would like to be treated. Right?
Yes.
So there's a bit of a deeper principle. In fact, Matt put it quite well. He says, you know, if you had to be part of a society where you didn't control whether you were in the majority or the minority, you know, for example, if you were going to be, you know, you could equally be a Christian in a Muslim society or a Muslim in a Christian society, would you want to live in a secular under a secular government or in a theological government? And I think, when your principles are secular, and you want to give people the right and freedoms of speech and thought, then people aren't under threat, regardless of what they believe.